In this video, I'll show you how to build this Enderman XP farm I designed that's the same speed as any other Enderman XP farm, but is much cheaper and faster to build. The farm is for Java 1.19 and up, but I designed versions for older Minecraft. World downloads in the description. Let's get on to the tutorial. First, gather these materials. Notice there's no name tag on this list. That's probably the hardest item to get for most Enderman farms, and you don't need one for this farm since it uses the player looking at the Endermen to aggro them instead of using an endermite. Next, go to the end. Then, place a water bucket on the edge of the end island. In my case, it's on the edge of the obsidian platform. Then build down with leaf blocks until you get to the bottom of the water stream at Y0. If you're worried about falling into the void, here's a safer option when getting to Y0. Place a lava bucket here, and let the lava flow all the way down. Once it stops moving, pick up the lava, and then place a water bucket right next to it. This will create a cobblestone pillar, and now you can place water on the cobblestone and descend down the water and never have to get close to falling into the void. We need to go down this low because mobs spawn much more frequently at the bottom of the world. Then use 128 leaves to build away from the main end island. By building out this far, you ensure that your spawning sphere doesn't contain any of the main end island, so any endermen that try to spawn will spawn in the farm rather than on the end island. Now use temporary blocks to create an infinite water source. Use it to waterlog the 30 leaves that are closest to you. "28, 29, 30. This will prevent endermen from teleporting onto them. Then place 6 leaves like this, and then add 6 more leaves on top of those. Now build out with 2 more leaves on each side, like so, and then add a leaf on top of each of those. Now place a barrel here. Now place a hopper pointing into it. The endermen will stand on top of this hopper when we kill them. Behind the hopper, place 1 leaf, and then place a temporary block behind the leaf. Now place 2 more leaf blocks on top of the one. Now bridge out with 30 more temporary blocks. 29, 30. Then place a leaf at the end of the temporary blocks. Now go to the other side of the bridge. If you want to get these guys out of the way, you can place water on them and then they'll die, but they won't be angry at you. Or you can just nudge them into the void. I wouldn't recommend trying to hit them off because sometimes they can hit you while they're falling into the void. Then destroy the temporary bridge so you end up at the 1 leaf block that you just placed. Now bridge backwards with 4 leaf blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then bridge backwards with 18 slabs. Make sure they're top slabs or endermen won't be able to spawn on them. 17, 18. Then surround the slabs with leaf blocks. These leaves help with pack spawning, which makes more endermen spawn. Make sure there are 5 leaf blocks on each side of the slabs. Your leaf platform should look like this when you're done. Now, face the killing chamber area and go 1 block to the left of the slabs. Walk to the edge of the platform and build a 4-block staircase going towards the killing chamber. We don't use stairs because endermen are able to go up 1 block without jumping, so stairs don't actually increase the speed they can go up. At the top of the staircase, while facing the killing chamber area, build 1 leaf block to the right. Now, build 28 leaf blocks back towards the killing chamber. 27, 28. There should be a 1-block gap between the bridge and the leaves you placed earlier. This is the gap that you look at endermen through, so don't fill it. Now, build up 3 leaf blocks on each of these sides. Then fill in this roof, but make sure to leave this hole here. The endermen are going to drop into this hole. Now, build up 2 leaf blocks on these 3 sides of the hole. Now, add a leaf block here and here. Now we need to waterlog all these top leaves to prevent endermen from teleporting onto them. And now we need to waterlog this whole bridge. Feel free to build another infinite water source closer to the bridge if you like. Make sure to waterlog the top of this staircase as well. Don't worry, we don't need to waterlog the spawning platform because endermen can only teleport up to 32 blocks away, and the platform is 33 blocks away. Now, remove any temporary blocks so endermen don't teleport to them. This enderman is in my way. die. Then place 2 trapdoors above this barrel. Finally, open this trapdoor and place an armor stand on it, and then close the trapdoor. To operate the farm, stand behind the trapdoor and align yourself with a wall to look around the armor stand. Then look at the endermen's eyes. This will aggro them and they'll run to you and jump into this pit where you can hit the armor stand, which will deal sweeping damage to all of them. The sweeping doesn't actually do much damage to the endermen, but there are so many of them in this hole that entity cramming will deal tons of damage and kill them for you. And since you hit them with sweeping, they'll still drop XP. This allows you to use any sword, no enchantments required, to get max XP per hour. Now I'll do a test using a wooden sword to show how well the farm works. I gave this sword Unbreaking 255 so it won't break during the test. Also, the farm takes a few seconds to warm up, so since I started the test from the farm being fully off, it took an extra few seconds to get to level 30. For auto clickers, you can use the mod Tweakaroo or an external auto clicker. If you use Tweakaroo, hit X and C to open the menu. Then go to the generic tab, then in the search bar type in periodic attack, and change periodic attack interval to 11. Then go to the tweaks tab, and in the search bar type in periodic attack, and turn tweak periodic attack to true. If you use an external auto clicker, set it to click every 550 milliseconds. This shouldn't happen, but if for whatever reason you have endermen that aren't angry at you standing on this bridge, you can run away from the farm to despawn the mobs. Now all the endermen have despawned. Now I can run back over there and keep using the farm. To stop using the farm, simply run away or look down and finish killing the endermen that are in the hole. To get your ender pearls, open this trapdoor, and then open the barrel. If you open the bottom trapdoor, the armor stand will fall, but you can always just break it and put it back. If you want to build anything near the enderman farm, like an enchanting room for example, make sure you cover it with waterlogged leaves. If you're in hard difficulty and plan on AFKing at this farm for a while, you'll need a regeneration beacon to keep you from starving to death, so cover it with waterlogged leaves. And that's the farm. Comment any questions you have, or if you have no questions, just comment something to please the algorithm. Like and subscribe, and if you really like my content, you can become a member by hitting the join button. Click here for another useful farm I designed, and click here for a completely useless farm I designed.